with good news. They were passing a baton for a time. The commission from God's lips to our ears, carried by His saints 2,000 years, connects us all to the same lifeline. As I fix my eyes ahead, I can feel the Spirit spread. I can hear the mission bell ring loud and clear. It's a revolution Jesus started, and it's here, echoing across the world from the shores of Galilee. I can hear the mission bell calling you and me. On a road fire, it's my heart's desire, lifting your love higher. In the history of our faith's survivals, great awakenings, Welsh revivals, saints and martyrs, summoned by a new birth. Patrick Saver, the Irish nation, William Carey's expectation, lions and lions, called to the ends of the earth. I'm gonna put my hand to the plow, not looking back, not now. I can hear the mission bell ring loud and clear. It's a revolution Jesus started, and it's here, echoing across the world from the shores of Galilee. I can hear the mission bell call you and me. Oh, run with fire, it's my heart's desire, lifting your love higher. It's my heart's desire. I can hear the mission bell ring loud and clear. It's a revolution Jesus started, and it's here, echoing across the world from the shores of Galilee. I can hear the mission bell call you and me. I wanna run with fire. It's my heart's desire, lifting your love higher. It's my heart's desire.
Well, for those of you who don't quite know me, that's fine. The Lord speaks to me in many different ways and inspires me to many different things. And one of the ways is music. So I figured what better way to start off the word that He gave me. The theme is the call, answering the call. And 2 weeks ago, well, last week was an experience in itself of the Holy Spirit. But 2 weeks ago we talked about the call of the Holy Spirit. So it just fits perfectly in with that. So when I hear those words, and I hear them in the chorus, it says, I can hear the mission bell ring out. He talks about it as a revolution that Christ started. It's here. It's living. It's breathing. It just excites me. So about 2 months ago, I started writing this sermon, not knowing what it was going to turn out into. But the Lord likes to wake me up about 3 in the morning with different ideas. I get my pen and paper next to my bed and I start jotting them down. So, okay, and this Motorhead song kept going in my head. And Motorhead, for those of you who don't know, is kind of a hard rock, punk rock, heavy metal kind of group. And really bad singer in the group, but they're so tight, they're so wicked, I love them. But this one chunk kept going through my head. I thought, okay, what are you trying to say, Lord? Like this is too repetitive to be me. I'm so ADD, it's like pretty colors, and I fall off somewhere else, And it says, and religion, like the monster that it is, keeps telling you to turn the other cheek. God is on your side, but I don't think that you're on His. If Jesus showed up now, He'd be in jail by next week. And I kept getting over and over in my mind and thinking, okay, well, you've clearly been hurt by religion, not by relationship. And it just kind of clicked. God said, that's what the people of the world see the church as, see Christianity as. It's not Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. This is Jesus Christ, the oppressor and the condemner, because all of my people seem to stand high and mighty above all others, and they're better than other people in what they say and what they do and how they project that. You need to change that. I have a call for you. So that was to start it off. And this last semester had been one of the hardest in my life, the hardest semester in my life. I mean, I was taking Greek and it was killing me. It was kicking my butt day after day. You know, I'm sitting there trying to translate, and and I was getting so stressed. But God turned that around into a blessing. It was quite a blessing to be able to read the text in its original language. But the one thing, the word for faith in Greek has many different meanings, and one of them is trust. I thought, wow, okay. All right, let's put this into perspective. I trust the Lord because I know Him. I know Him because of Jesus. So I went back and I kind of summed it up, and God kind of gave me this thing. And our story is God's desire for intimacy. Christ's work of fulfillment and sacrifice. You know, God wanted that intimacy in the Old Testament. And He gave us the law, and He gave us the sacrificial system for the Jews. And He couldn't cut it because we couldn't cut it. We can't know Him on our own accord, our own strength. So then we had Jesus. And He lowered Himself down from God, the God who created all the heavens and all the earth and all the perfections that come with it. You know, just the miracles that is life. He created that. And He became that. You know, that's like, someone once told me, it was like comparing a man to an ant and wanting to die to save the colony. But it's so much more than that. But that just kind of put in perspective what Jesus did. He came as man, was born as man, and lived as man. And then He was crucified by us, for us. He was tortured by us, for us. And He rose again by Him, for us. And then He ascended into heaven after spending days with His disciples. And the Holy Spirit was given to us. And that's that completion. And that makes it easier to trust because we can know Him. Not with just our minds, but just by knowing Him through experience. To know the Lord is to walk with the Lord, to allow Him to speak to you, to listen to Him, to vent on Him. You know, a lot of people think prayer is a superstition. Prayer is communication. That's us talking to somebody who exists, somebody who is personal. And communication, you know, implies that there's going to be a retort from the other party. So when you pray, you say what you have to say, and you vent to the Lord, Lord, I'm sorry, thank you. You know, you lay out all your transgressions, and He's taken that. All your burdens you lay down for Him, and He picks it up. And then you wait, and you listen. And then the Holy Spirit just gets so thick, because He loves you, and you can feel that, and you know that. Not just because you read words in a book, because you've experienced it in your heart. You know, Christ relied on us. We're His number one plan. Somebody said it to me in college the other day, and it scared the heck out of me. You know, it's like Jesus relies on us to get His truth out there. For 2,000 years, you know, the mission bells were ringing out. And we've been accepting the call and pushing forward. You know, and it scares me to think that we're His plan A, because I know how screwed up I am in my own life and the mistakes I make. So to think of us as a whole, as His plan to reach the people, you know, when He could just reveal Himself and everyone would believe. But it's that free will to choose to love. He relied on us. He relied on us to fulfill the Scriptures by rejecting Him. He relied on us to torture Him, to flog Him, to beat Him, to mock Him, to strip Him of His dignity and His clothing, and to hang Him on a tree for 6 hours. He relied on us for that. But through that,